Hi, and welcome to Prepping Essentials.
Good morning, it's 7:30 on Sunday the 13th of December. Just making my way down to the land. It'll only be a couple of hours this morning, but I wanted to share this stunning sky with you. How nice does that look? But they do say red sky in the morning, shepherd's warning, so that might not be a good thing. Let's find out. Well, here we are down on the land. You can see the red sky peeking over the tree line there. It was a stunning sight driving in this morning. Really vivid colours. Don't know if it picked it up and gave it credit or not in the little video clip that I took, but it was really nice looking. I just had to share it with you. It'll be a short trip down here today. I've got lots of other little chores that I need to be doing, so I'll only be down for a couple of hours. It is spitting a little bit of rain, but not too bad to be fair, though there is a bit of a cold bite to the wind, so I think I'll need some heat on as soon as I get in. As usual, I'll keep you posted with what I'm doing. Might be a little bit boring for you today because it is just tidying up some loose ends. The pipes for that diesel heater didn't come in the post yesterday. I was quite disappointed when I got home actually, so I can't complete that job, but as always there are lots of little piddly jobs that you never quite seem to get round to doing, so I'll be killing some of those today. Well, just got myself into the cabin, popped the kettle on, and it's showing, if it ever focuses, come on, you'll have to trust me on this, it's showing 4 degrees, hovering between 3 and 4 degrees. You can maybe see the steam there from my breath. So what I'm going to do is pop the diesel heater on and see what happens to the temperature. A bit of a random experiment while I'm waiting for the kettle. Well, I've just fired the diesel heater up and it's the burner's running. If you can hear that, I guess you can. That's hot air coming out of the vent. Nice little addition putting that switch just inside the door there. Where are we? Oh, we're at 6 degrees already. In the matter of literally a couple of minutes it's jumped 2 degrees. Bargain. So I'll get myself my coffee made. Well, I've made my coffee, so let's take a little look. And we're at 8 degrees. So I think that can go off now. And I'll sit and have my coffee. If you can hear that winding down. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can. Bargain though. That's jumped 4 degrees in the space of, I don't know, 3-4 minutes, if that. Heater's just winding down now. The fan will click off in a second or two. But massive difference, and actually compared to outside there is a slight difference in the garden room just from that air vent and the heat that kicks out. There is an issue with noise. It isn't quite noisy, but once everything's assembled, get those new pipes fitted, I'll box that section in, and I'll also box in or second skin in the bathroom toilet area. I've been meaning to do that for ages, but I just haven't had some thin enough sheet to be able to do it, and that'll cut down the noise in the cabin as well. But anyway, my coffee's going cold, so let me grab that. Well, it seems strange sitting next to the fire with no fire. Especially since I've just cleaned it out yesterday. Don't know if you can hear that noise or not. No, it's not the heater. That's clicked off. That's rain on the cabin roof. I don't know how much rain we've had this year. It's been a very strange year weather-wise. We had the wet winter at the end of last year and beginning of this year, and then we went into a really out of character spell of hot weather for the UK. If you've been watching the channel for a long time, you'll have seen over the summer it was a drought. There's no other word for it, really. I spent ages and ages running backwards and forwards to and from the cabin, watering the polytunnel and the garden, and that went on for months. It was getting quite difficult actually, because I'd emptied the water harvesting system I've got when I moved in the extra tank, so I was low on water, collected water. But since, I don't know, probably back end of August, we've just had nothing but rain for months now. Some of it really quite torrential. We did have flooding in some parts of the UK. And it's still here and looks set to be here through the winter. It's good in that I am maintaining my tanks from the rainwater harvesting system. They've been at full capacity for God knows how long, months now. I really could do with getting one or two more added to the system, ready for summer next year. But as with everything, time and money is what guides me, I'm afraid, and time particularly is always a commodity that's in short supply when you're working full time through the week and you've only got your weekends. It can be difficult to get stuff done. And of course our medical issues not helped. It's been difficult getting supplies and just difficult moving around, to be honest, with all of these lockdowns that we've had. People don't want to deliver, so unless it's small items that you can get through the post, you're kind of buggered really. It is going to be a short day today. I just wanted to take a chance to say hi to everybody. Thanks again to those who came to the live stream on Friday night. I've got a few chores to do away from the cabin today, and there's no major project type work going to be going on, but as always there are lots of little fiddly jobs. Composting toilet needs emptying, didn't get that done yesterday. I need to do a little bit more electrical work. I need to put a switch on that 12-volt outlet that I installed yesterday. A lot of these new power outlets, they come with some backlighting, some LED backlighting. You might have seen it in the video yesterday, a little blue light around the various outlets, which is great, helps you to see them in the dark. But it's not great from a power consumption perspective. As you saw yesterday, I left the 220 mains inverter connected all of last week, so that was gradually sucking power all the way through the week, and I hadn't known that that had been the case, so it was a bit of a surprise yesterday when I turned up at the cabin and found that the battery levels were lower than they should be. So I don't want the same issue with that power outlet, so I'll be putting a little switch in there. Not quite as convenient as just walking up and plugging in, but it will just save battery usage when I'm not actually here at the cabin. I might have another play with those slabs and take a little look and see where they're going to go in the garden room. And there's quite a bit of silicon-ing work to be done in the garden room. When I constructed that, and it's butted up to the end of the cabin, because the cabin's got feather edge board running down the outside as cladding, there are inevitably some gaps in the joint between the garden room and the cabin. So again, I've been meaning to do that for a while, but other things, as they always do, cropped up to stop me or to distract me. So when I finish this coffee, I think that will be the first job on the agenda. Otherwise, I guarantee I'll start pottering about and some other magical idea will pop into my head and distract me, and I'll end up doing something completely different from what I intended to do. Somebody did mention in the comments yesterday, it was Shawnee, did say make a list. You're right, and I am actually a habitual list maker, predominantly at work, but I do have a habit at home of making lists, normally around shopping. I'll think of things that I want to buy and say, oh, I'll just write that down before I forget, and by the end of the week I've got this little jumble of notes to myself. So I do that, but I confess I haven't done that at the cabin. I see it in lots of videos. I do generally make things up as I go along. So a bit of a flaw in my planning system there. So I will try and do that a little bit more. Anyway, we'll get this coffee down me, get these few jobs knocked in. It is, even though it is still quite cool in here, now I've turned the heater off, it is nice sometimes just to sit and drink your coffee and let your mind wander. I invariably find myself, now that the garden room's up, thinking about what I want to do in terms of planting. I've been thinking about that an awful lot lately. Somebody actually did mention that in a video. Can't remember which video it was. It's recently, a couple of videos ago. They were talking about spring planting, and in fact, I think it was Friday's live stream. Somebody mentioned that they're already thinking of planting themselves, particularly carrots. They've they said they were envious of my carrots. Apologies, I can't remember your name off the top of my head. I just remember the comment. And that they were looking to have a almost carrot competition with me next year. So if anyone else is thinking of the same thing, please do let me know in the comments. And we can get a little bit of friendly rivalry and exchange ideas and exchange results as we go through the year as to who's doing best in terms of carrot production or potato production or whatever it is that you happen to be growing. I am going to try this year. I've been meaning to do it. I was meaning to do it at the start of this year, and it completely went out of my mind, to try planting some of those true potato seeds that are harvested. Regular viewers will remember I've had 2 sets in 2 years of potatoes that have produced those little potato berries, though they are the same family, potato and tomato. So I do want to do that in the spring, just to see what happens really. Will the seeds germinate or not? You never really know. And if they do germinate, what are they going to produce. There's a real interesting channel if you are interested in this true potato seed way of growing potatoes. It's called Torp Tomaten, Torptomaten, I think. I hope I've got that right. Torp Tomaten. And it's a girl, I think she's in Austria. Apologies if I've got it wrong. But she has a couple of channels. One channel is this channel all about true potato seeds. And her other channel is called Survival Lily. And it is an outdoor bushcraft survivalist channel. And hats off, if I was wearing one, to her. She is extremely knowledgeable in all things bushcraft and survivalism. I've not seen that many videos on that channel lately, but it's that time of year, I guess. But give that a little look. If you're into bushcraft survivalism and my cabin builds are getting a bit staid for you, don't leave me completely, but pop over and have a look at that Survival Lily channel. Some real good videos going back through the years. And if you're interested in the gardening side, and particularly the true potato seed challenge of growing potatoes, then take a look at her other channel, Torp Tomaten. Some real interesting stuff on growing methods. Anyway, I digress, as I quite often do. I hope everyone is doing well wherever you are. I hope you're staying safe and enjoying your weekend. I hope you're not having the same rubbish weather that I'm having here. So I'll crack on. It might be a bit of a short video in terms of clips today, because I'm not doing anything exotic, but hopefully between where I am doing and the cabin chat, hopefully there is something in there that's of interest to you. If nothing else, just thought-provoking and getting you thinking about things that you might want to tidy up between now and the new year, things you might want to add to your preps, or more importantly, a bit of light on the horizon amongst all of this medical issue rubbish that we're having nowadays. Thoughts about New Year and planting, and maybe things that you want to do on your own off-grid or self-sufficiency or prepping lifestyle journey as you go along into 2021. Let me get this down my neck and we'll see you a little bit later on. Well, I'm sure you can hear the rain on the roof. It isn't letting up. This is what I was talking about in terms of putting silicon. I don't know if you can see. Yeah, you probably can there. You can see the daylight where the garden room butts up against the cabin. There you go. You can definitely see that now. So there is quite a lot of gap there, and it might not be the most interesting job in the world. We've got the similar kind of thing on this side, so I'm just going to take the chance now. What else am I going to do, because it's raining outside? Apart from the compost toilet, must get that done. So I'm going to run some silicone down these gaps and just fill in. This is what I was talking about earlier, this power outlet. I need to rig up a switch for that so that it's not permanently on. I've just disconnected the wire there for the moment until I put a switch in. So lots of little bits and bobs of jobs to do, keep me out of mischief for the next few hours, and certainly it'll keep me out of this damned rain. Well, that's another little job ticked off the list. I've got to switch on to that power outlet. This rain's just not giving up at all today, and the temperature's not great either, but you know, we're making a little bit of progress. I'll not be down for too much longer. I've got a few things I need to do at the house and at the shops, but any progress, as I always say, is progress. And very pleased with the diesel heater and the extra electrics I've got in. Well, that's me done for another day. The helicopter just flying over there. I don't know where that's off to. Cabin's all locked up. I've just been doing some final measuring, make sure I can get another battery in the electrics cabinet, and there is space, so that's good. So I've just ordered that. Also had a little quick measure up for cabling on the cabin roof. I'll get some more mountings next to those existing panels, and I've ordered another panel to go on there. So although it's not an exciting day in terms of video, quite a few bits and pieces done. It's so cold and miserable though. This rain's just not eased up at all, so I'm going to get myself off, cleaned up, and then go and face the hordes in the supermarkets. Wish me luck. We've got spaghetti at 20p a pack. Prices haven't really changed that much this year with this kind of thing. And pasta at 29p a pack. Really good preps. Canned vegetables, can't go wrong. 40p for the mixed vegetables. £45 for the rice. That's maintained its price really well this year. These are really excellent. 14p for the noodles. Get the curry one though. Oh, this is carnage trying to get out of the supermarket. You can't even get out the parking spaces, it's crazy. And it's only going to get worse. Well, that's it for this video. I hope there was something in there that was of interest to you. If you did like the video, please do click on the like button. Also feel free to hit the subscribe button if you haven't already done so. As always, welcome any comments, questions or suggestions you might have.
What about those prices for the pasta and the rice and the noodles? They're not going to stay that way forever, so get them while you can. How are prices in your area and how's availability? Let me know in the comments section below. But for now, thanks for watching and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.